Welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Continent 7, Antarctica. Yeah, there's 7 continents on the planet. The 7th is Antarctica. It is the least populated. By the way, this is a docu-series from National Geographic, of course. This is from 2016. It's got like 6 or 7. It'd be great if it had 7 episodes. But it's only 6 episodes. They're about 47-ish or so minutes each, and they give you a deep look at the just topography and the weather and the people who live there. And it's not just, oh, there's an American crew, there's a Canadian crew, oh, there's an English crew. No, there's like 160 camps or something like that from 130 different countries. Yeah, all setting up shop there, doing their thing, doing their science, there's active volcanoes. There's land that they stand upon, that they travel across in these massive tank-like vehicles there's little black flags laid out, peppered throughout the area that have been stuck there by previous people who have traveled through that area, that have scanned those areas previously and said, yeah, this is kind of unstable. Do not travel across there. And so when you got just a few flags over here on the left and a few flags over here on the right, and they're not too far apart, you've got a very small pathway, which is mostly invisible. It all looks the same. It's pretty white out there. And you got different shelves of ice and just glaciers and other stuff just stacked upon each other or just bumping up against each other, making more trouble. It's all research. It's all looked at in many ways to help better understand the Earth and better understand the geology and how it can affect the rest of the world. And yes, you think that Antarctica is just down there, just doing its own thing. As the temperatures rise, yes, climate change is part of this. Just so you know, if a part of this land, these glaciers, these things, sort of just shift or drop in a certain way. By the way, some of them are about the size of France. Yeah, France, not the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas, the country of France. Yeah. That shifts and drops in a certain way, causing a ripple effect that could affect the rest of the planet. You're talking about water rising tremendously in other certain regions of the planet. Places where you might have gone to the beach. That beach doesn't exist anymore if those certain things happen. So, yeah, this is all about just understanding what's going on down there. And these people risk everything, not just traveling across some very trepidatious, if that's a word, spots to get from one place to the other, to put in sensors and also examine the wildlife that lives out there. Yeah, whales. I think there's penguins. That's Antarctica, right? Yeah. They show a sequence where they're trying to, keep track of the whales and see what's going on with them and what they do. Just also the ecology that determines the pecking order, the way the creatures eat. Krill is a humongous part of this. And krill have to eat, and the whales eat krill. And it somehow, the lowest on the totem pole ceases to exist. Guess what? It affects everything down the line, all the way to the whales and all the way to us, because we love eating fish too. Some of us do. So yeah, we get all that kind of stuff is tremendously affected, and it's important that they do their science in order to determine how best not to mess it up. It's more than that. It's just understanding how things work better. Yeah, we've already looked at the whales. We've already looked at the ice and the volcanoes once. That's good. No, it's never just good. You got to keep looking because things change. And as we keep track of things and temperatures change, land and glaciers and everything else move, we keep track of that. Animals move. Some live, some die. You see population growth, you see population dropping. It makes a difference to the rest of the world. It's astounding. So it's good if you're interested in seeing something like this and understanding that these are some people that I would love to visit Antarctica. I wouldn't want to stay there. These people stay there for a good amount of time, and these people, it's cold. The coldest temperatures ever recorded. I think at one point they said it was 138 degrees below zero. I don't know. I think that hopefully I'm wrong on that, because that seems terrifyingly cold. That seems like you would die if you just waved your hand and just would shatter into glass by waving your hand into that temperature. It seems, I might be wrong on that number, but whatever that number was, it was colder than I'd ever want to be. So, and sometimes they don't, they're traveling and they can't make it back to base camp in time, where it's, heated and, protected from the winds and the storms and everything else. If they don't make it back in time, they got to set up camp and somehow survive it. Because helicopters can fly down there and just sort of, pick them up as needed, but not always, especially when the storms hit. Also, one of the craziest things you have to understand that they can examine there, unlike anywhere else in the world, is the magnetic waves, the magnetic poles, because the most southern part of the planet gets to be explored in a way that things react differently than they do anywhere else in the world. Your compass is going crazy probably if you're down there. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, definitely check this out if you're interested in a career in being cold and doing science in the most cold place on the planet. They're much braver than I. I would like I said, I'd like to visit. I don't think I'd want to stay. Let's get that. I'll go for that cruise. Somebody want to throw a cruise at me? I'll take it. I want to hit all the continents while we still can. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 107. Let's see. 107. Oh, okay. We got a short. We haven't had a short in a while, and we have very few shorts left on this list. So some of them are shorter shorts. Some of them are really short. I mean, longer shorts, like specials and things like that. They're like a half an hour. This one is one of the classic shorts. This is Mickey's Steamroller from 1934. All right. I'm going to go look at a classic. Mickey's Steamroller. 1934 in the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.